What is goody, YouTube? It is week 10 of Pick'em. I'm with my host, Cam, Alex, and I'm Pay. We're back with another week of the breakdown. Our first game heading into it is the Falcons at the Panthers.
And the scores are up here.
Scores are up here. Scores are up here.
Falcons at the Panthers. It's a divisional game, so that's how you know it's always going to be close. Panthers played the Falcons really well a couple weeks ago. I'm going to go Falcons just because I have no clue who's going to start at quarterback for the Panthers after P.J. Walker just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
And I heard they may be activating Sam Darnold off IR, so that's
I'm actually kind of intrigued to see
more.
him, but
I don't know.
I think they're all bad, and I think the Falcons at least kind of they got Patterson back, and he looked good. They just know what they want to do. They just want to run the ball the whole game, and it works for the most part. I mean, they're like one dropped fumble or away from winning that game.
Yeah. But Patterson came back, and then Algier came out and rushed for 100 yards. I thought
they were working in like 3 or 4 backs along with Mariota who could run the ball. So they know what they want to do, and they have their formula.
So Panthers probably should have beat the Falcons a couple weeks ago. I'm still gonna go Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Falcons as well.
Falcons. Next game we have the first Germany game. We have the Seahawks.
And Munich.
I didn't even know there was a Germany game until last week.
Seahawks against the Buccaneers.
Bucks coming off a comeback win against the Rams where neither team should have won. They should have tied. Probably should have been a tie. Both teams suck.
The Buccaneers continue to disappoint me.
The Seahawks continue to just they're just not letting up.
They're consistently winning games by a little bit, but Geno's looking. I mean, my conception on Geno is like he's not a top 10 QB, but he's not a bottom 10 QB.
No, he's definitely like right in the middle, and he's not. He did have that one pick six, but he's not making a lot of mistakes.
No, he's
not. They're not turning the ball over. They have a good run game. Lockett and Metcalf are both producing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's Tom Brady, and the only thing that would worry me is if that Bucks line can get pressure on Geno, and if they can stop the run a little bit.
Yeah, I think they can contain.
If they can contain Kenneth Walker.
Watching the Buccaneers game, Vita Vea is one of the best players in the league, I'd say.
Dude,
I mean, and then at the nose sack position, this guy was close to probably having 4 sacks without. I mean, Stafford threw the ball away like.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks as well. I think the Bucks win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
Bucks have to get right eventually.
The experience.
Exactly. Yeah.
Probably the match of the week now. We get the Vikings at the Bills.
That's gonna be a good game. Bills coming off a loss to the Jets. A game where Josh Allen had 2 picks, 1 in the red zone.
Awful picks. Some of them were bad. It's kind of the only thing holding them back. I got my pick. I mean,
I'm going Bills.
I'm going with the Bills as well.
That's a pretty easy pick.
Vikings
are they're 7-1, but like
fraudulent.
They are very.
They scraped their way past it.
I don't think they're fraudulent because I don't think many people see this team as like a top 5 team. So
I'm saying like off the record, like if you look at a 7-1 team, they don't fit the mold of a 7-1.
It just blows my mind that the Vikings try to hit the ball to Dalvin so much. Like the first drive of the game, they went to Jefferson 5 times.
And they scored like that.
They score like that, and then you go to Dalvin and you don't score till like the last 2 drives in the 4th quarter. Then you throw the ball.
Yeah.
It makes like 0 sense. I mean, O'Connell's getting them to wins, but I think the Bills easily win this game. Next up, we have the Lions at the Bears. Ooh.
Two teams.
I know.
Bears did not win last week, but they did play.
They looked better. I think all Bears fans are happy with that outcome. It looks like they got their guy.
Dude, Fields has been looking great.
Absolutely broke. He broke the rushing record for rush yards in a game by quarterback. So
they're finally utilizing him. I was watching it, and I didn't think he was this fast. That 61-yard touchdown that he had.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
got some moves
so fast.
And he threw for 130 yards, but that's fine. Like there's a difference. If you throw for 130 yards and you rush for over 100.
Dude,
the Bears arguably could have won that game because that was definitely PI call. Yeah, it's like a 40-yard bomb.
I mean, I think I'm gonna take the Bears just because I think I'm not saying that the Lions defense. I think last week was a fluke week. I think that was
the
just
Lions
the Packers'
lost.
offense is just
Right.
horrible. And I don't think it was the defense, and I think the Bears probably run all over them. I mean, their offense is kind of hot coming into this week. So
Rodgers had 3 picks, 2 in the red zone, and 1 was off a dude's helmet.
and he hadn't thrown
So-
3 interceptions in like 5 years. So I'm gonna go with the.
I think Packers
Give me
should
the
have won that
Bears.
game last week. I'm going to go Bears in Chicago.
I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions because I mean I just think the Bears. I think everybody's high on the Bears right now. Obviously, Fields had a little coming out party, but I think I just like the experience of Goff and Jamal Williams. I like that backfield. Also, I think Amon-Ra he's been heavily slept on. I don't think anybody on the Bears can cover him. Moving on to the Broncos at the Titans. This is easy. This is a lock. This is a lock for me.
I think I'm gonna go with the Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. I'm going Titans. The Titans are gonna have a field day.
I feel like Tannehill will be back by then because he was almost back last night, and
Yeah.
they kept it to a 3-point game with.
They should have won that game.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have controlled that game.
It was a very close game, and if you give them a quarterback who could just throw the ball, and they're winning that game.
All
I
right.
agree, Titans.
Next game we have the Jaguars, the Chiefs.
I mean, the Chiefs. I mean, look what they just did last night. Mahomes is the best quarterback in football.
Dude, the Chiefs just can't run the ball efficiently.
Yeah, they can't run the ball, but
Does it matter?
They do have
Mahomes
Patrick
is-
Mahomes.
Does it matter?
You know, Mahomes.
I mean, you got Mahomes out the pocket. You got him scrambling for
50
days.
And I don't think you can look at last night. I mean, I think the Titans are like a very good. They're actually a very good football
Their
team.
defense is top
They're
5,
and they're so well coached, and they're really built for the games like last night that are like gritty. Like they're huge underdogs.
The Titans made the Chiefs play their brand of football.
Yeah.
The Chiefs. I mean, the
What am I-
Chiefs had 9 points until.
Did Mahomes throw the ball like what 67
68
Yeah.
times or
If
something.
you make a quarterback throw the ball 67 times, you're probably okay with that. And you're probably going to win more games than not, forcing them to throw
I
that
agree.
much. I think I saw on Twitter, Chiefs running backs 13 carries for 14 yards.
Just poor.
That's just abysmal.
Jeffrey Simmons just locks up that middle.
Yeah.
It's
Jeffrey Simmons has been playing.
But I still have the Chiefs on the Jags. And the Jags had a good win last week.
Yeah, I'll still go Chiefs.
I think this is a closer game than people think it's going to be. I honestly think the Jags are a very good throwing team as well, and they can run. I mean, obviously they can run the ball, but I mean, I think the Chiefs win this game. I think the Chiefs get out early, and the Jags play catch up too much, and I think the Jags lose this game by like 3 points. Next, yeah, 3-6 in that 3-7 range. All right. Next, you get the Browns, the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. I don't think the Browns offense.
Is this the Deshaun Watson return week?
Week 11 is. This is week 10.
Oh, week 10.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Or
so
week
still
This is
still
week
Brissett.
9. This is week 9.
I think so. Still Brissett. Okay.
I don't think the Browns offense can keep up with the Dolphins offense. I think the Dolphins jump ahead early,
That's
and then the Browns will not. be able to
I
come
think
back.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
That's a good take. Yeah.
Or there's 2 things here. I think if that happens, where the Browns just run the ball so efficiently that it's kind of like
Well, the
a
Browns are going to have to like slow.
A
They're going to have to
low-scoring
like
game.
not chew the clock, but really like maintain time of possession and
Right.
slow.
Yeah, my thing with the Dolphins is like the Browns run the ball so well, and the Dolphins have like good front seven, but the Dolphins passing game is insane.
yeah.
I mean, 2-1 are unstoppable right now.
It's been consistent as well. So
Tyreek's the fastest receiver to 1,000 yards in the Super Bowl or something like that.
I mean,
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
I
That's your
am
fact.
Dolphins as well. I wouldn't. Yeah.
Also,
I'm
got
gonna-
Jeff Wilson
I'm
in
gonna
there.
say that.
They can run the ball a lot better than most. I mean,
Yeah.
you got. I think the Dolphins are maybe one of the best teams in the AFC right now.
Yeah, I agree. That AFC East is stacked.
AC system.
Then you got Texans, the Giants.
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 What did Peyton say like the past 10 weeks?
We will never pick Texans to win a game.
Saquon is probably gonna have a field day.
Probably have like 400 rushing yards and 7
Daboll's
touchdowns.
defense is going to absolutely give Mills trouble.
It's bad, man.
It's the Texans.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Texans have 2 weeks to prepare for this game. Wouldn't be surprised. I'm just kidding.
Next we got the Saints at the Steelers.
I'm gonna just go with the Saints. I mean, Saints are just the Steelers. Their offense is not good. Kenny Pickett is
Steelers at
not.
home.
is not the answer right now. They can't run the ball with Najee Harris, and that's a really good defensive front with the Saints. And
Yeah, this will be like a low scoring game. This
low scoring game, but I think the Saints
I could see this being like
dominated.
a 20-point blowout by the Saints.
I don't think it's gonna be like the Saints put up like 40. I
I
think
think it's gonna make it 20 to 13.
I don't know.
I could see something
Steelers-
like
Steelers
like 24-3 or
The
something.
Steelers
like
came
that.
guard for crap. I think Andy Dalton's or whoever's throwing the ball is going to have like 300 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Steelers secondary is like one of the worst in the leagues.
Big game for
Wow.
Olave.
And Olave's back. Jarvis will be back. Kamara's still going to be here. Kamara's getting like 10 targets at the backfield in the past 3 weeks.
I mean, don't forget the best safety in football back there.
Okay, you have your best safety.
Gets to back there. I'll go Saints too, but I don't think it's a blowout like Cameron's portraying it to be. Our first 305 game, we have the Colts at the Raiders. This is an awful game.
Oh, man, just the
I'm
tale
going
of
Raiders.
disappointing teams.
I mean, I know it's
It's the Raiders at home.
different because Ellinger was going against one of the best defenses, one of the best head coaches in the league. And we know what Belichick does to young quarterbacks, but he looked awful. He didn't complete a pass until like
I'm gonna have to go
the second quarter.
the Raiders as well. Maybe Darren Waller gets back. I don't know, man. The Raiders just
These are two teams that just absolutely suck. Like
They
they suck.
They suck, but the Raiders jump out to early leads and then they just crumble. They were up 17 points against the Jags and literally
Devontae
scored 3
Adams had
points.
like 10 for 172 touchdowns, and you lose the game. I mean, come on.
And all of that was in the first half too.
I'll take the Raiders.
First half, first
Gosh,
quarter.
dude, I just think that's a disgusting game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Raiders as
I'm
well,
going
but I
Raiders.
mean it's not a good pick. Then we have the Cowboys at the Packers.
Packers.
Rodgers owns Dallas.
Does not
Good.
matter. We thought he owned the Lions too. So
As a Packer fan, Aaron Rodgers fanboy, I think the Cowboys might just blow them out.
Rodgers player.
The Cowboys might just blow them out. They were stifled by the Lions defense. You add Micah Parsons in there and Diggs. I mean, they're wide receiver 1. I'm sorry, it's Allen. Sorry, he's not a wide receiver 1. He's put up some good games, but you got guys like Torre and Christian Watson as the wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3s. I mean, Aaron Jones got banged up too. He's in a walking boot. So
Romeo
Dobbs got
He
hurt.
looked like he snapped.
I mean, come on, this Packers offense is atrocious. Their defense is keeping them in games, but
I don't know. I think
give me the Cowboys.
I think their identity is not what they're using right now. I don't know. I think they need to run the ball more because they have the best running back tandem in the NFL, and they're giving AJ Dillon how many carries? I know
10,
they're
like 10
behind,
carries.
but like AJ Dillon is probably considered a top 10 running back in the NFL, and he's getting 10 carries. So
Also, news: Rashawn Gary also torn his ACL as well.
That's a big blow to their defense.
Rashawn Gary is one of the best players on our defense too. So the Packers are.
I think they might get blown out.
yeah, I'm gonna go
I'm going
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
They might get embarrassed.
Continuing with the awful games, you have the Cardinals at the Rams. These two teams are disappointing, to say the least.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. They're at home.
Dude, this is okay.
I don't even want to pick the Rams.
I want to express my absolute concern with the Rams is McVay. They target Cooper Kupp in the short game so often.
Man, I love that.
But I'm just saying. If Stafford threw the ball downfield, if the line could block for him to throw downfield, at least twice a game you open up that whole offense.
I mean, you saw what happened when they threw the ball downfield. It bounced off Van Jefferson's face. I mean,
He dropped the ball. The Cup touchdown, Cup and Al Robinson were both wide open. I mean, the handoffs to Cup that went absolutely nowhere yesterday. They got exposed by the Buccaneers yesterday. Stafford's not a good quarterback. I truly believe he's not a good quarterback. And the offensive line absolutely stinks.
I disagree.
I
don't
think
think Stafford's a bad
I think the
quarterback.
issue starts with the fact that the offensive line is horrible and the fact that they have literally zero run game. Both teams that played yesterday, zero run game, and when you can't run the ball, you are never going to get a chance to
Henderson
downfield.
sucks. Cam Baker sucks. Their
If
whole
you can't run the
backfield
ball,
sucks.
you are never going to be able to take shots down the field.
Nope.
Just never. You're never going to be, because you remember when they've been so successful, they've run the ball, play action, they hit a deep shot down the field. They can't do that right now because they can't run the ball. I mean, and then the Cardinals, I think it's you want to say Stafford might not be a good quarterback. Kyler Murray might not be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ooh.
And Cliff may be a worse head coach than Sean McVay.
that team's disgusting. You know, I thought for sure after Gino threw that pick six, I thought for sure that they were going to win that game.
Yeah.
They handed them 7 points. They handed them the lead.
No, they were averaging, what was it, 34 points for when D-Hop came back.
Yeah, the Cardinals are not a good team. Diop had, I think, 3 receptions on the first drive and a touchdown. I think he ended with 5 catches. I mean, the Cardinals team is not good. I don't like picking them at all. I'm gonna give me the Rams. I just don't like watching the Cardinals. I think that team is just a waste of talent.
I agree. It makes me frustrated watching
That
the
receiving core is
Cardinals.
extremely talented.
Right.
I mean,
One thing with the Cardinals, they're very.
If you get Hollywood Brown back, and that is one of the best receiving cores, possibly the best receiving core in the league. Hopkins, Hollywood, Rondo Moore, and Zach Ertz, but
The Cardinals are also very undisciplined. They had, I think it was like 4 or 5 false start penalties last games. A lot of unnecessary penalties. Just
they're
ruining their offensive
poorly coached, very poorly
momentum.
coached.
You know, me and Sisson for the Rams, honestly.
I'm going Rams.
I'm gonna go Rams, but I mean both. I have
Some ugly games.
I wouldn't tune in. I would not tune in these games.
So, yeah, the only
If you're not a fantasy owner, you ain't watching.
A game that I would tune into though, Sunday Night Football. We have the Chargers at the 49ers.
it's a good Sunday night.
I think this is an easy dub. 49ers win this game.
I agree.
Give me the Niners.
Niners.
Chargers, they're not healthy. I'm assuming Mike Williams is not going to be back.
No.
I'm assuming Keenan Allen is not coming back either. He's made of glass.
Keenan Allen, even if he's back, I mean, that hamstring's going to worry me.
It's made of plastic. He's gonna run
And-
one route.
The Falcons played the Chargers really tough, and I think we saw what the 49ers did to the Rams. Now with McCaffrey in that offense,
Sheesh.
and Debo probably coming back.
I think this
That's
is
one of the most dynamic
this is
offenses in the
a top 5 team. I think the Niners are a top 5 team.
When healthy, yeah.
They're
Just wait for them to get Trent back.
oh, if
and
they
then
get
that
Trent Williams
offensive
back,
line.
they're going to be
Oh,
a scary
goodness.
team. I
Trent
mean,
is back.
He's back?
Trent was back the first CMC game.
Was he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think the 49ers could win that game pretty handedly. Would not be surprised if they won by like 10 or 13.
At home too.
So the
At
49ers offense is better than the Falcons and their defense is better than the Falcons. And the Chargers only scored 17 points.
Yeah.
With the game-winning field goal.
Yeah.
Or 20 points.
Yeah,
Game-winning field goal.
2017.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I just think right now in the state that the Chargers are in, I think if you had Mike Will or Keenan Allen, I think this game is actually really close. But Joshua Palmer being your kind of only reliable, or him and DeAndre Carter maybe your only reliable receivers.
Johnny
I mean-
Carter, Gerald Everett, and then you have Eckler off the backfield.
Palmer had a good game. But
Yeah,
they did
I
fail.
think what San Fran does is they're just gonna key on Eckler, and I mean you can't really get off of that. But yeah, give me the 49ers.
Yeah.
Last game, Monday Night Football. It's the Commanders at the Eagles. This is a field day for the Eagles.
I
once
have
again.
no reason to think that the Eagles would lose this game. Heineke's cool. I mean, he's like
I don't
he's
know.
a cool guy, but some
I love
of the passes he throws, man, like
That 50-yard touchdown
to
to
Curtis
Curtis
Samuel, it was
It was lucky because of the ref got in the way of.
cool play to
whoever.
see, but that was a horrendous throw. That was triple coverage. There was no reason.
Quadruple coverage, bro.
There's no reason you should be throwing that ball. That should have been a pick. I mean, he's not a very good quarterback. He's fun to watch, and the Eagles are going to stifle this running game that is horrible in the first place. I will say it once. I said it again. I don't think Brian Robinson is really a good running back.
Nope.
I think Gibson is flat out better than him. Why they continue to want to give Robinson all his carries, I don't know, but they don't have a running game.
Ron Rivera should be fired like now.
And Slate's probably going to be on Terry, so
I don't know. I mean, Slate was on Terry the first week they played. Terry had 100 yards. So I mean, I'm just saying fantasy implications. Either way, Eagles probably by like 20.
give me the Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles. That's easy picks. All right, those upsets of the week are.
Upsets of the week, man. I really don't like a lot of these games.
I guess I go Seahawks over Bucks. As my upset.
Yeah, I like that. I'm also gonna say
That's-
possibly. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns beat the Dolphins. I think there's
Yeah,
there's
I agree.
definitely a formula for the Browns to win that game because the Dolphins the defense did not do very good against Justin Fields and the Bears, and there's a formula for the Browns to win. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Browns won that game.
I agree. That's what I was saying. They'll probably run the ball super efficiently, hold the ball, not hold the ball, but maintain the time of possession game. So I wouldn't.
Yeah. My upset of the week was Lions over the Bears. I picked Lions.
Lock of the week.
Locks of the week. Oh man, I have a lock, but I don't know if I can get myself to pick it.
What? The Cowboys?
I don't know if I can get myself to do that. That makes me a terrible fan.
I don't want to do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Y'all go ahead. You can do that. I can't do that to my team. I want to say Saints over Steelers, but we haven't seen the Saints play tonight. I'm gonna say it anyway. Saints over Steelers. I think the Saints dominate.
I'll go Cowboys over Packers.
I'll go Niners over the Chargers.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a lock. All right, boys. That's gonna wrap up our Week 10
Thank you for
pick'em.
tuning in.
You know, always have Cam with the sheep takes, Alex with the good takes, me with also good takes. You know. Also, check out the TikTok. We're gonna be posting a lot more on there soon.
Slack
coming
it,
up
but-
soon.
We coming back.
Coming back. Peace.